Yo, Celtics Nation! It's absolute chaos out here. The Boston Celtics are caught in a whirlwind, and I've got 4 bombshells that'll hit you right in the feels. Is our future all about glory or a grind? Some news will leave you speechless. Some could change everything, and one's got the fan base split. You won't believe what's going down. So grab a seat, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into this madness. Where are the Celtics headed? Drop your take in the comments. Ever had that moment where the ground disappears, but your fan heart's still burning? That's where Celtics Nation is right now. The Boston Celtics, still NBA champs on paper, are staring down a storm of uncertainty, a lackluster playoff exit, Jason Tatum's injury, and whispers of a roster. Shake-up have flipped the script. We used to be the team to beat. Now the fan base is divided, and X is buzzing with hot takes. Is this the end of our golden era or just a rough patch? Let's break it down together. The big gut punch, Tatum's injury, our franchise cornerstone, tore his Achilles against the Knicks in the playoffs and won't be back until the 2026-27 season. That's a brutal blow. Without him, the team's missing its backbone and the front office has to rethink everything. I saw fans on X shouting, "Rebuild's coming," while others believe Jaylen Brown and the squad can hold it down. But this isn't just about now, it's about what the front office does to keep the Celtics on top long term. Speaking of moves, the offseason is where the game could change. Remember 2013, Pierce and Garnett got shipped to Brooklyn and we slogged through a 25-win season, but that led to drafting Tatum and Brown. History repeating itself, Brad Stevens and the front office are under fire to show a plan. Fans want to hear something like, "This year's tough, but we got a vision to come back stronger in 2026 starting 27. Because let's be real, Celtics fans don't settle for scraps. We want rings. Die-hard fans know ups and downs are part of the game. If you lived through the 90s with that brutal 15-67 season under ML Carr, you know even giants stumble, but we always rise. Tatum's injury, painful as it is, could be the spark for needed change. Maybe a bold trade, a roster tweak to ease the salary cap, or a bet on young talent. The fan base is hungry and the front office knows it. They've got to prove they've got a plan to keep us in the fight. And while we're reeling from this plot twist, there's something even hotter brewing behind the scenes. A move that could reshape our roster and leave jaws on the floor and still. Processing Tatum's injury? Well, brace yourself, because another bombshell's got the fan base on edge. Picture this. Drew Holiday, our defensive maestro, might be packing his bags. Yup, you heard that right. Rumors are swirling that the Celtics are considering trading the guy who was clutch in our championship run. Why and where could he go? Hang tight, I'll break down what's cooking and how it could change our team's future. The main issue? Money's tight. The Celtics are in the red, facing a record luxury tax penalty. Last year it was worth it. We hoisted a trophy. But now, with Tatum out and an early playoff exit, the front office is feeling the heat to cut costs. Sources say Holiday's price tag could net a first-round pick and cap relief. Sounds light, right? We gave up Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams, and 2 picks to get him. But with the cap maxed out and Tatum sidelined, shedding salary is a matter of survival. Who's eyeing our number 4? 4 teams are in the mix. First, the Mavericks. They're in win-now mode and need a steady guard with Kyrie Irving banged up. A package with Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, and a pick might tempt Boston. Next, the Warriors. With Curry, Butler, and Green, they're chasing another ring, but Holiday's salary complicates things. The Spurs, loaded with picks and cap space, could offer Harrison Barnes. And the Clippers are in, looking for someone to share defensive duties with Kawhi Leonard. What does this mean for us? Losing Holiday would sting bad. He locks down elite guards and runs the offense like a pro. On X, fans are split. Some posts scream, "Holiday's untouchable, how dare they?" While others say, "If we're rebuilding, make it a good trade." Truth is, without Tatum, keeping this roster is near impossible. The front office has to decide. Hold onto Holiday and risk hefty penalties, or trade him for assets to prep for 2026-27 when Tatum's back. It's a strategic tightrope. Holiday's 35 but still elite. Any team snagging him gets a proven champion. For the Celtics' future, though, a trade could unlock young talent or valuable picks. The big question, is the front office bold enough to pull the trigger? And there's another bombshell coming that'll mess with your head even more. While we're still freaking out over losing Holiday, another thunderbolt hits. Guess who's on the trade block now? Kristaps Porzingis, our Latvian unicorn. Yup, the guy who brought balance and firepower to our front court might be on his way out. Why would the front office consider ditching such a talent? And what does it mean for our future? Buckle up because I'm spilling all the tea on this one. The reality. The Celtics are at a financial crossroads with a massive luxury tax penalty. And Tatum out until 2026-27, the front office needs to slash costs to avoid harsh restrictions. Porzingis, earning $30.7 million with a contract expiring after 2025-26, is a prime target. Sources say multiple NBA execs see him as Boston's top trade candidate. On X, fans are heated. Some are yelling, KP's essential, he can't go. While others argue, if it frees up cash, pull the trigger. Let's talk numbers because they don't lie. In 2 seasons with Boston, Porzingis played just 99 of 164 possible games. Last season, only 42. When he's on the court, he's a beast. 19.8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.8 blocks per game, shooting 50.2% from the field and 39.2% from 3. The catch? Injuries. He can't stay healthy long enough, and that's a problem for a team needing consistency. The front office is torn. Keep a game changer or trade him to avoid financial trouble and stock up for the future. It's a brutal call. Porzingis is one of a kind. A big who stretches the floor, protects the rim, and shifts games. But with Tatum out, keeping an expensive, injury-prone roster could be a death sentence. A trade might bring draft picks or younger players, setting up the team for Tatum's return. On X, one fan nailed it. KP's a star, but if he's not playing, he's useless. Trade now or regret later. The front office has to weigh losing a unique talent against building a sturdier future. The burning question, will the Celtics really let our big man go? And while we're wrapping our heads around that, another bombshell's brewing that'll make you rethink everything about the team's future. Still reeling from the thought of losing Holiday and Porzingis, here comes a ray of hope in the storm. Derek White, our quiet warrior, is at the heart of the conversation. Everyone knows he's the team's glue, but with Tatum's injury and financial chaos, is he on the chopping block too? Hold up, because here's the big one. The Celtics are sending a loud message to the NBA. Want to know what it is? Stick with me because this will hit you hard. Things are tense after a second-round playoff exit and Tatum out until 2026-27. The front office is in a bind. The team stuck in luxury tax hell with heavy penalties for being a second apron team. That limits trades and signings, and fans are watching closely. On X, Summer saying, trade White, and I'm done with the Celtics. While others argue, he's gold, but a trade could save us. But here's the scoop. Boston standing firm. Derek White isn't for sale. At least not yet. Why is this huge? White, turning 31 in July, is the guy who makes it all work. He's a defensive stud, nails clutch threes, and runs the show without fanfare. Last season, he was a rock even under pressure. Keeping him is a bet on now and the future, especially for 2026-27 when Tatum returns, but it's not simple. The roster's aging, and the front office needs fresh assets to rebuild. Trading White could bring picks or young players, but Brad Stevens seems to be prioritizing stability. It's a bold move. White's more than a player. He's the glue holding the team together. On X, one fan summed it up. White's our warrior. Without him, the defense crumbles. But with finances tight, keeping him could cost big. The front office is telling other teams, want our guy? Bring an offer that blows us away. It's a confident stance, but risky. Are they right to bet on White during this roster overhaul? And now a bigger question looms. Will these moves save the Celtics or sink us deeper? The answer's coming in the next part. What a day, Celtics Nation. Tatum's injury shook us to the core. Rumors of Holiday and Porzingis trades are rattling our nerves, and holding on to White is a glimmer of hope. But what's next? Is the front office playing it smart by keeping White? Or is it crazy with all this financial pressure? Could trading Holiday and Porzingis save our future or gut our roster? And will Tatum come back as strong? I want to hear from you. Are these changes taking us to the top or the bottom? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe to stay in the loop.